welcome back to yet another installment of your favorite internet role-playing show, Drunkies and Dragons, brought to you by All Deaf Gaming. And I'm joined here with the fantastic goblins of the Goblin SquADD. We are now entering into the final chapter of the Goblin Saga, so buckle in. It's going to get emotional. It might get intense, and no one's going to judge you if you cry, as long as you don't do it on camera. So before we enter into this recap, let's go ahead and introduce our characters as well as our beverages of choice. I'll just start off real quick. I'm your Dungeon Master, Jade. I have a good old Irish coffee, some coffee with some rum in it, and it's in a Christmas cup because it's the season. It's August, actually. And let's go ahead and pass it on to Poog, aka Will Pharaoh.
Hello. When I'm not on the nice swamps looking at the pretty birds, I'm enjoying it with some good old-fashioned Jim Beam.
Ew.
You stop that, sir. I can't hear you because you're all the way out of the city. What was that? Let me move these out the way. What was that? What was that, a bird?
I didn't say anything.
Is that a bird? Oh, I think those are caterpillars. I'm hearing. My fault. Thought that was you. Yeah, Poog, King Poog of Poog Town, drinking Jim Beam, the official alcohol of Poog Town. If you ain't got bourbon, you ain't working. I don't know. Next.
All right. And that little voice you heard in the back was none other than our child star Mog Merch, currently exiled from the village, but go ahead and introduce yourself nonetheless.
What it do, y'all? Nigga, I'm homeless. I'm here. But I'm a goblin. Like, it ain't like much to have a house anyways. You know what I mean? We sleep on the floor in our houses anyway. So it's all good. No horrible leadership out here. But I'm drinking ice cold Patron in a little baby bottle. Because remember, nigga, I'm homeless.
You're a kid. And you're a kid. That's kid Patron.
Oh.
I'm a 10-year-old.
That masculine voice you just heard, that, of course, is Rito, who just made his triumphant return to the village after being mysteriously gone for a while. Rito, go ahead and introduce yourself.
That's right. I'm Rito, and thanks for the masculine voice compliment. First time in my life. But here we are in the swamps once again, just here to have a good time under the stars, under the murk. And I'm drinking a good old refreshing glass of Espolón tequila. I'm not going to explain what that is. Just know it was cheap.
Why are you drinking out of a jar like a cowboy?
You're drinking out of a mason jar. Jesus Christ.
I'm doing it how they did it in the day.
On it?
Well, because for the untrained eye, it looks like I'm just drinking water.
Or moonshine. I went with moonshine. I was just like, I don't know why Broady has moonshine.
All right, I'm drinking moonshine. Whatever makes you happy.
You see his face after every sip. That's water.
All right. And of course,
I'll bring the bottle over.
The other more feminine, beautiful half of Rito, we have Rita. And actually, her name isn't Rita at all. In fact, none of us know what her real name is yet, but I'm sure that is a mystery that will soon be solved. Rita, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
What's up? As you know, I've been here for a while now, and we're going to get to know me a lot better. And I just want to say that my drink of choice today is it's delicious White Claw.
Oh God,
my girl.
You know, keeping it nice and light and refreshing. So it's gonna be a good game.
You make it so hard to trust you.
It's the beer for ladies.
Yeah, how you take shots of White Claw?
It's gonna have to work today.
Just drink it real fast. All right, and of course we have, last but not least, the slick Chuffy Lick Wound, of course, adorned with that adorable little knife of his. Chuffy, go ahead and let us know who you are and what you're drinking.
He's also holding a dagger.
Chuffy Lickwood back in the building. I was previously on a mission taking care of a few things for our King Poog. We'll find out a little bit later on what exactly that was. I'm actually sipping something different today. I'm going off hypnotic. I was like, you know what? Nipsey birthday, I'm drinking something blue. So I'm going off the hypnotic.
Don't you dare use that as the reason to bring that here. Don't you do that.
You should have drank Windex.
That's what you should have done.
Rappers lied about that drink.
Oh, they damn sure did. They damn sure did. Hypnotic ain't for that. It's really.
They lied. I've never seen a bigger lie than Pastor Crevassier, because I tried that once after the song and I almost threw a fit. I never listened to that song anymore.
Well, us goblins in the from the DMV that go to the go goblins.
Get it out.
Hypnotic. Well, that's what we call it. The goblins. I don't know.
The two of them might be related. Y'all might be.
But that's we'd sip that hypnotic and listen to gob music.
You sound like Porky.
It was intentional though. I wanted them to really hear the joke, you know. So I slowed it down a little bit. I chopped and screwed it real quick because I wanted them to really hear.
That was amazing, yo. Well done, Brody. Well done, Rito.
Oh man, this is great.
From the GMV, you know what I'm saying?
And
Listen to the gob music.
I saved the best for last. None other than Dice God Khadeem himself, running the game and making sure we stay on track. He will be doing the dice rolling. And without further ado, let's go ahead and enter right into the game. I'm going to do a quick recap, and then we'll see where our goblins take us. But before we do that, go ahead, everybody. Lift your chalices or your red solo cups or giant bottles of whatever you have. And let's go ahead and take a nice little sip. It can be as generous of a sip as you'd like. You can have a whole game ahead of us, though. But have fun with something. All right. So we last left off at the conclusion of a very contentious talent show where the goblins were literally competing for their lives, aka to stay at home in the village, because we all know if the village exceeds a capacity of 69, there's going to be a lot of really bad things happening, not limited to, but including vultures that eat your genitals, acid rain, all sorts of things that happen. Essentially, we want to go ahead and trim down the goblin population as much as possible. So quick recap of the amazing talent that was brought. Mog Merch got all cheeked up and twerked on a unicycle with a seductive little number. Chucky made Mama Knobslob feel like a real woman again by inviting her on stage for his act, tying her up to a wooden circle, and seductively throwing some daggers at her, with the last one hitting her fupa, aka the bottom part of her hanging front parts, in just the right spot that really just got her going. Gross. So good for you, Chucky. Rita came next with an incredible moving live art installation where she enlisted the help of Mama Knobslob as well. I don't know if you remember, but she filled her mouth with paint and she made her earn the name Knobslob by taking her beloved cock sword and just so powerfully jamming that thing down that woman's throat and just creating a spectacle that brought tears and joy to the hearts of every goblin that was there. It was beautiful. And right when we thought the show was over, none other than the real Rito enters the stage after he had supposedly been at some pretty crazy Goblin Lives Matter protests. He exposes Rita for the imposter that she apparently is. Tensions were rising. Of course, we have the never-ending conflict between Poog and Mog Merch. Mog Merch was once your right-hand man, and now you guys are just at each other's throats.
I'm out of here.
Yeah. And
not at each other's throats. I won. He's out. Can't be at my throat if you're not close enough to my throat.
Good point.
Interesting word choice.
What? What? Joe, that must have been birds. That was birds, I heard. My bad.
All right. And then finally, that talent show was concluded by an epic rap battle between Rito and Rita, where Rita was declared the victor by Poog himself and thus excommunicating Rito alongside Mog Merch. We last left off with them exiting the village and being met by a mysterious note in a bottle that apparently spelled out impending doom for the goblins because, hey, looks like the ogres want revenge for your past killing of Papa CockRot. Now, that's a throwback to a couple episodes back, so if you want to figure out what happened, you really got to watch from episode 1. Otherwise, this might seem a little random. But nonetheless, here we are. So, Mog Merch, do you recall what your next plan of action was once you read this note that was clearly a threat to the village?
Do me a favor for the people at home who forgot. Tell me what was on this note. Tell them what was on this note.
In so many words, it just said that, hey, us ogres were angry, you killed our friend, and we're going to come kill you now. but we had the indecency to let you know a little bit ahead of time.
So I saw the note, but nobody else did?
Correct. And recall, you actually burnt the note as like a dramatic gesture of your disloyalty to the Goblin Gang. So you have the note, and then you burned it. So
I'm pitching what I do next?
Yes.
Just keep in mind before he pitches, he's basically saying fuck all of us because he's mad at me. Even you, Chuffy, and Rito, who did nothing to him.
I did want to ask, did it say anything in the note about not having a swamp backdrop? I was curious to know.
He's off the reservation. He's not. I don't know where he's at now. I don't know where Mark.
Gone. I found my own little spot.
Where are you?
I found a nice little. You know, you've seen Shrek, right? It's like Shrek's house, but like in like a little goblin sewer. So I found it. It's nice. It's 2 stories. You know what I mean? I got a bidet. It's cool. It's dope in here. But
you said a bidet like that was casual. Let's
Right.
rewind about, you know,
just letting you know how nice.
2 times speed. Let's rewind.
How nice
too far back.
It's really just a broken pipe that shoots water, but you know, depending on how you use it, it's a bidet. Now, as always, your fearless leader spoke wrongly and too soon, because here's what I'm gonna do. Yes, I was banished by my people. Yes, I was constantly sent out to sure death on these missions, and they were surprised every time we came back, which was always weird for me. But I am not an ogre, so my plan of attack is not an attack. I am going to sneak back into the Goblin gang because I'm out here because I want to be. Their security sucks. I'm small. There's like 30 ways in. I know that place like the back of my hand. I'm going to go and leave and spread word to my brethren and tell them to put their defenses up. And then I'm going to come back to my little sewer thing.
Wow. Okay. And
Bro,
Rito, what do you think?
It's old now. It's
Huh?
gross.
Rito, what do you think?
Well, I'm
Wait,
so concerned.
are we exiled together?
Yeah, you guys are literally standing next to each other.
Oh.
Oh, so y'all share this 2-story hut together.
No. It's more of a duplex. I got my 2-story thing, and he has his thing. We just didn't talk to him yet. I don't know how.
You don't use his bidet?
No, we don't share bidets. No.
No, you don't.
So my
Y'all got
side,
dual bidets in the middle of the swamp.
my side of it has a full-size toilet that we're used to. There's no bidet, no tricks, no bells and whistles. It's just, you know, what you came for.
I knew I liked you for a reason.
Now,
you know?
what's the question at hand? What's the question at hand? Because I'm so shaken up from being out here that I kind of missed the whole recap. I'm just really startled. And sometimes it takes me a couple times.
Basically, Mogbridge has decided to come back to the village and warn everybody about the impending ogre attack. And so, I mean, you can just follow him if you want.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, awesome. So as you guys turn around and start to head back, you actually start to feel a rumble in the ground. And you start to hear like distant chanting and yelling. And before you know it, you're dodging these little bombs that are being thrown all around you. And you're like, what the fuck? And you turn around, and of course, it's the horde of ogres are already on their way. And at this point, they're still off in the distance, but you can feel them thumping towards you. They're angry and they're yelling. It looks like that message was probably like to give you like a 10-minute head start. So yeah, what do you do now? Because they're already on their way.
It's a horde of ogres. Shit.
It's hard to say.
Man, this is I hate hordes of ogres.
Look, Broady, regardless of how you feel about our exile, these are our people. And not only are they our people, when they wipe out that Goblin squad, they're gonna find us eventually. So they're on the way back to the old crib. Let's just get ahead of them and fight with the goblins. They need us. You saw them in those other fights. The MVP got a big old dangly dick. That is their best
valiant warrior.
Yeah, their best weapon. They need us.
They do need us, but you know, conflict. I have to conflict right now. I don't have the conflict, but there's something telling me I don't know if I should do this or not.
Okay, that's not helpful. I'm going. Can we split up? He could
All
be
right.
alpha. He could just stay at the house.
Yeah, because I have to have conflict right now. I'm going to split up. I don't think this is a good idea.
Okay.
I'm-
all right.
I'm little.
All
I'm
right.
fat.
Got it. So that means that Rito kind of runs off all scared. God knows where he goes. He just kind of runs off into the bushes and we'll see what happens to him. He's now in a club apparently. And then, all right, Mogmerch. So you have to run back to the gate of the village and it's actually starting to close. So this is going to be your first roll. We're going to have to roll for dexterity. Not only are you running towards the gate, but you're dodging bombs. And
Wait, can I bounce off the floor?
Yeah. So as you run back towards the gate, let's see what happens. Thank you, Dice God.
Dexterity!
Whoa.
Oh wow.
Our first roll is a crit. Now that's a good sign. Okay, so basically what happens is there's like dozens of bombs coming at you, but luckily we all know you're the bomb master. Some might say you're the bomb. That'll be the last bad joke of the hour. And
Bad pun.
so you
Bad pun.
start to run, and then
I'm here for
you
them.
do some really cool somersaults and you're bouncing off the floor, and then you epically, the gate closes, but then you actually bounce over it and you land perfectly on your cute little size 2 feet inside of the village, much to everybody's surprise. Like, weren't you just exiled? What are you doing in here?
I'm back.
All right. So now he's back, guys. Poog, you saw this. Everybody has eyes on him. What's your reaction?
Bring him to my chambers.
Hey, let me go.
All right.
What's up, nigga?
You, Rita, and we waiting for him to come in. What is your real name? Since you are the winner of Goblins Got Talent, we got to write the check out. Ain't write the check out to Rita because Rita ain't got no Goblin security no more.
Won't you write that check out for a shot? Actually, let's write that check out to a shot.
God dang it! Let's
Okay.
Wow.
I'll cash that.
I don't usually drink under duress, but
It's the best time to drink.
Pull up, nigga.
Poog, have your people lower their weapons.
Let me figure this name out first before we.
There's a gun in my neck.
Well, take the gun out of his neck. You ain't got to do all that.
Damn, man. We had guns this whole time?
That's what I was thinking.
Rita,
Well, I've been moving around so much. I don't really remember my name, but I did hear Jerk a lot. So you can call me Jerk just for like a little nickname. Call me Jerk.
Sure.
Jerks.
Like Cirque?
Jerk, as in J.
ERK.
like
Oh, I thought you said jerked. I was like, sounds like a goblin.
the thing I do in my chambers at night.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
like that.
Interesting that you said that. It could be the same type of definition.
Like Slim
Mhm.
Jims?
And then he walks around the village shaking people's hands the next morning. See?
Well, let's think
No,
about this.
good to know.
Let's think about this.
What a firm handshake.
She does have a double XL dick sword, a
Mm-hmm.
dickerang. She did shove a dick down Mama Knob Slob's throat. By the way, no gag reflex was quite surprising.
Best performance in the talent show.
It was
the best performance in the talent show by far.
Yeah, I think Jerk is just a name that goes with it. So yeah.
Or Shaft.
I don't like the word.
But you kick ass, so you should be Shaft.
That is also true. You could be Shaft. Who's the baddest in Poog Town?
Jerk and Shaft. That's your full name. Jerk
Jerk
and
and
Shaft.
Shaft.
Jerk and
Jerk
Shaft.
and Shaft. Milady.
Yeah. I love it.
Okay.
Also,
Shaft
I'm
and
kind
Jack.
of here on a timely mission. You know what I mean? I got some. There's some stuff going on. I'm kind of here.
All right. Jerk and Shaft, we will get back to you in just a little bit. Let Mogmerch in. Better question I need to know though, where the fuck is Bean? I cannot find this little thing anywhere. He has the key to the vault and I can't find him. Don't tell no one that I lost that key.
Kind of urgent stuff going on right now.
My fault. What's happening?
we are under full attack. I intercepted a message from some ogres, and they are very, very close. And I have come to fight with you guys, even in exile. They're outside, nigga.
Poog. Normally, I would always take your side with this one, but he's right. I could see the fires from here. They're on the way.
All right. I sent you on a mission earlier, which we'll reveal a little bit later. So
A little bit later.
This is not a surprise to me, which I'm kind of glad you're back. But the bigger question is, why isn't Rito with you?
He did not feel the same way. Understandably, we were exiled. He did not feel the same way, but who knows? In the art of story writing, he might show up later in battle. Who knows? But
in other words,
he might be at the crib.
So in other words, you didn't fully learn the lesson of me exiling you. Because see, you chose.
I don't care about I don't care about the exile. Don't care about the lessons. I have come to fight with you.
Well, now you also got to travel with us because we got to go get Rito. In order to defeat them, we're going to need the entire Goblin gang as a whole, and no Goblin is left behind.
That would be perfect, but I'm telling you that they are here. You keep
the bombs got here. Dungeon Master, just how many clicks are they away from Poog Town?
Okay, so let's go ahead and roll for a perception. So, Dice God, would you like to do the honors?
There is zero urgency in this damn village.
I should just have known it to be very prepared for it.
All these goblins are here. Nobody wants to say nothing. Nobody.
Originally, I was on 20. I don't know how we got
wrap up or something.
All right, so looks like we rolled a 5 plus your modifier for perception. So basically, what you do is you're not really like tall enough to look over the fortress, so you have to be lifted by some goblins, and so you're only really able to see over the fortress for about like a few seconds. But in the time that you saw that there is indeed an army of ogres coming towards you, and they are probably about 2 minutes away. And they're stomping, they're angry, they have signs, and they seem to be chanting something.
Hear the N-word.
I don't know about that.
Blue lives matter.
Not the blue ogres.
When you need them.
I don't like the vibe. That's
All right. Well, if they're 2 minutes away, shit.
And one they called somebody a noger.
Wait a minute. What happened to Rito then? If they passed,
first of all, why would he run away during a battle that's coming?
Who?
Rito ran away.
I'm telling y'all, he just stayed at the crib. He stayed home.
That's what you think. I'll explain my side of the quest when we get back to me and what's going on. I'm exiled. So can I just, on my own rogue status, just start setting traps? Can we roll for me?
Well, we can't find beans, so technically you can be back. You weren't really exiled. You were just like, I had to show you who really had the crown. And clearly you almost there for being the general and stuff like that. But if you want to lay traps, go do you. I'm
gonna go lay some traps. Jade, can I roll for trap land?
Well, where would you like to lay these traps though?
At all the major
in Atlanta.
At all the
Nobody better give him that.
All right, so I'm sorry, where?
At all the major entrances.
Okay, there's one major entrance, and then there's like a secret entrance towards the back. So, and it looks like they're coming towards the front. So you want to?
Yeah. So basically, all along that road.
Got it. Okay.
The road?
Okay. So what we'll roll then for, I guess that would actually be an intuition check, because to assume that they would go to both. So that's what we're rolling for.
All right, here we go.
That is.
I'm about to go ahead and stop it right there. Oh, I am.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's not good.
Shot, Pat. Shot, Pat. You literally rolled a 20 and a 1 today. Look at you. Look at you go, Pat.
Roll high and you roll low.
Khadeem, you rolled.
I rolled nothing. I
watched this happen, and I'm getting punished.
I
All right.
clicked the mouse 2 times,
All
and
right.
this is what happened.
For my trash trap laying.
All right.
Yeah,
So
you
this
need
is what
to-
happened. You took your little bombs.
I should have stayed home.
I told you where to plant them.
You took your little bombs all gung ho, and you started running towards the first entrance. Like, oh, this trap's gonna save all of Goblin kind. And then you tripped. You tripped, and then the bombs, they didn't even go off. They were just kind of like duds. So you have 2 wasted bombs and no traps, unfortunately. So where do we go from here? So now at this point, the army of ogres is directly outside of the fortress, and
I'm just looking up. Pile of duds.
Poog, as your first commander and the most stealthiest one of the entire goblins, I think it's time you let me take control of this army so we can prepare for battle. Please, King. Please. Let me go prepare for battle.
Just 1 second, sir. Merch, have you finally figured out what I've been trying to teach you? Are you ready to fall in line and realize there's no I in team?
So petty.
He's gonna say there's an I in Goblin.
No, I'm here to fight for my people, and I've already established a relationship with a rat back at my my sewer. I am rogue, but I am for the team. I'm down for the Goblin gang, and I will fight with you guys. But I do agree that the dude with the switchblade, the psychopath, should probably handle the fighting.
So you did learn your lesson. Great. Cool. Chubb, please activate Protocol 16-4 Goblin.
We said
You're
we
the
would never
king,
do that.
motherfucker. Strap up. It's time to go to war. Grab your spears, grab your rocks, grab your, if you have a strap, we'll take that too. Don't touch.
I'm gonna grab the bombs that work.
Don't touch Jerkin Shaft's dick ring though. We don't know where that's been.
No, we know where it's been. Publicly.
No, we know where it's
And,
been.
and Mama Popslav's mouth, apparently, right? That's where that went. Talent show.
Some shit going on around this village. I just got back. The shit getting wild, but we got to get ready for war now. I would like to make sure that all of the army is ready to go. I would like to roll for what, Jade? What are we rolling for with this one?
Well, okay, so at this point, you have your army. They are all prepared. They're all strapped up, as they say. So,
as they say.
So we don't have to roll for anything on you yet, because you know what? You just had that. That's great. But now, the army is officially approached, and you can kind of see through the cracks of the fortress that there is a leader of this army. And let me go ahead and describe to you what these ogres are. First of all, it's a pretty sizable army. There's about 100 of them, but it's like 100 elite ogre soldiers. They're all about 8 feet tall. They've got really bulgy muscles that are glistening green with like beautiful red body hair. And it turns out, do you remember how Papa CockRot, when you found him sleeping in his sleeping chambers, he was in a very cute kind of lingerie, pink fuzzy nightie? You remember that? Well, it turns out that's actually a very common thing amongst ogres, and it's a sign of intimidation. So you have these huge, roided out ogres all dressed up in the cutest lingerie, Fashion Nova type stuff.
Beautiful.
That's a bunch of bad bitches on the other side of this goddamn gate, y'all. Y'all see this? These hoes fine as hell, bro.
We sure they coming to fight us or what?
So the leader, that's a great question, Poog. So the leader comes to the front, glorious, and he's wearing a nightie very similar to Papa CockRot in homage to him. And he barks out, he's like, oh, bring me the goblin leader. I demand speak right now. So he's apparently he's wanting to talk to the leader. So leader.
What's happening?
Collect my bomb, sorry.
Get ready.
All right.
What's going on?
So he comes up to the front and all sweaty and worked up. And he's like, hello, Poog. My hold and I have gathered here today to seek vengeance for the murder of our beloved ogre brother, Papa CockRot. It is to my understanding that he and his beautiful daughter were murdered in cold blood on their own property by a gang of your degenerate goblins. We demand justice in the form of death by weight. CockRot was 600 glorious pounds of pure ogre perfection, and you destroyed all of them. Thus, we demand 600 total pounds of goblins to be exchanged.
600 pounds of total goblins. We have one fat ass nigga that's doesn't do shit around the community. We can send his ass.
What? I can't hear you from your
Yeah.
shaft, sir, that you stayed from. What? What was that? What was that? You want to keep drinking your moonshine and stay out of a fight because you smooth in the shorts? What's going on?
Y'all can't hear me because I'm on my mission right now. But if I was there, this is what I would say.
You're on your mission to watch 90-Day Goblin Fiance. Stick to that while you go to war. Okay? May I address the general of the ogres now? General.
That was just a memory one of y'all had. That wasn't even me there. That was just a memory someone had.
Flashback.
Yeah, flashback.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Just blue spirit right here. Get.
Exactly.
Ain't part of this anymore.
Yeah, let me put my blue spirit light on real quick.
General, I find your allegations towards the slaughtering of your beloved Papa CockRot atrocious. For you to even accuse the goblin gangs and the residents of Poog Town of such blasphemous tendencies has made me a little bit irate. But based off of your, as they would say, emotional state, as we may put it, us here at Poog Town always like to begin before a battle in strict negotiations. So if you would, I would allow you, your second in command, and possibly your third in command with possibly 2 guards to accompany and meet me within the kingdom of Poog Town at my residence, and I shall do the same to negotiate terms with you.
You letting these niggas in?
Shut the fuck up, Chuffy. You know it's part of the plan. What say thee, Ogre General?
All right, so you want to negotiate. That's actually could be a very wise move. So let's go ahead and we are going to roll for charisma because we are going to see if you convince them that you're a trustworthy leader and you're not just going to slaughter them. So let's go ahead and see what that has in store for you.
All right, I'm gonna stop this. I'm gonna close my eyes and count to 5. Just so this as transparent as I can be on this one. It's not a good day.
Well,
You know what? You need to go bless your fucking hands.
Don't I get like extra points though? I get like extra
you have
points.
a modifier. Yes. Okay. So,
And
all
shaking
right,
with the devil.
so-
Okay.
so he wasn't expecting that. He was like, okay, well, it looks like he wants to talk about it. Now, he's already kind of annoyed because he's pretty sure you're the one who murdered, his good friend. But nonetheless, he's going to entertain the notion, but he's going to bring with him 5 of his strongest men, so strongest ogres. So he's like, okay, we can chat, but we will come and we will come armed. And by the way, they are armed. So, all right, let's go ahead and try to do this the gentleman's way, I guess.
All right. So while that's going on, is there any way for Jerkinshaft to go get Rito to come back here while we stall for time? Because we need everybody for this plan to work.
Yeah, absolutely. Rita, is that okay with you? Or sorry, Jerkinshaft, is that okay with you?
I need to know where the little layer is, but absolutely.
I told her. I could tell her.
Go ahead and tell me. Yep, there he is. We're gonna go get him in the bodega.
It's over there.
Chuffy, are our 2 backup plans still in place?
Absolutely.
All right. Okay. All right. So if you will, Jade.
Got it. Okay, so Rita is going to go ahead and go try to find, still getting used to that new name. Jerkinshaft is going to go ahead and go find our beloved Rito.
How about a jerk and drink? Let's try that.
Oh, good one.
Jerk
We
and
know
drink.
all it.
Nothing like a good old jerk and drink.
Nothing like a good old jerk and drink.
This game
We-
surprised me.
We edit the name.
For jerk and drink? I mean, that was just for the shot that I want you to take, Pat.
I'm gonna take it just a shot.
I'm gonna just drink. Yeah, I'm gonna just drink.
Beautiful. Okay, so we now have Jerkinshaft out on her mission trying to find Rito. And all right, so the goblins, the 6 strongest the 6 strongest ogres, all adorned in their adorable lingerie. They're here, and the patience is getting pretty thin. So, what type of negotiations are you thinking of, Poog?
Okay. So, can I be with the remaining console that I have, which would be Mog, Merch, and Chuffy, which is good because Chuffy hates my guts. No, Chuffy is on my side, and Mog Merch hates my guts. So I'm feeling like
I came back. I don't hate nobody.
You didn't come back for me though. You came back for the people. You didn't come back for me. Nowhere in there did you mention you came back to help me.
I came back to mention the people. That's everybody.
That's pretty much fuck me because you were just like fuck the king. You wouldn't be in a situation had you never said fuck the king.
Oh my god. Niggas is sitting in the freaking main room of the castle. Can we please get on with this?
And that's why Chuffy is here. All right. They want 600 pounds in weight. Now listen, I know I may seem big, but I'm at least a good only 80. We still got about 520 pounds to go. So that shit ain't happening.
No.
Chuffy,
They're that bigger than us?
we're like 2 feet tall. Like, how big do you really think I am?
I don't really know the reference of us. How tall are we?
That's a good question. So on average, yeah, on average, goblins are about like 2 to 3 feet tall. Mogwitch, you're especially small because you're a child, but
Right.
the average weight
So
of
my
about
what, like a foot?
Probably.
a 1.5 feet maybe. Everybody's about between 40 to 50 pounds, with the exception of King Poog, who, as you heard, accumulated a little bit more mass.
Listen, if what they are requesting would actually require all of us to just be killed, that's it. They'd have to take out the entire village.
Excuse
the
me.
math. They want all of us dead.
1 second though. Smokers. It's 420. Can we smoke for the smokers in here?
Yeah. All right, we are in war, so.
Okay.
Everybody feel better? Everybody's okay?
I feel a lot more relaxed about this strategy, so continue. Chuck.
Listen, in order for them to get what they want, they'd have to wipe us all out. The fact that they were even willing to come in here and negotiate, I think shows how stupid they are. Let's go ahead and set the trap. Now, Poog, hear me out, sir. How much do you really love your throne? How much do you really love it?
Not a lot. After Mogmerch farted in it, it's been making me feel a certain type of way.
Why not let Mogmerch
Still sinks.
bombs under every single chair, including the throne? Offer the throne to their king, let him take a seat, and then we blow his ass up.
Cool, but what you got, Mog? I like that, but Mog, what you got?
He could be right. It could be a sign of stupidity, or we're 2 feet tall, and it could show how strong they are. If they thought that 5 of them they were like, all right, fine, let's just send 5 in this entire camp. They may be stronger than we think. So, with my previous bomb failure, maybe we should double down on this attack because we might only have one chance.
One chance at it.
Okay, look. We also got to think about this. Let's rewind to how we killed Papa CockRot and his daughter. Remember how long that took? Now remember, we got these long, beautiful Goblin Nova dresses that they be rocking. Okay, now we can take advantage of that. Now remember, I'm a fire starter. You're a bomb maker. What if we were somehow able to throw bombs at them? It hits their stuff, and then they immediately set on fire. It looked flimsy. Remember what we did last time?
Napalm level of bombs.
And look again.
Best warrior, okay? Jerk and Shaft left to go get Rito. We don't even have our best warrior here anymore. She took the Dickarang. She took the cock sword. We got nothing other than bombs, this itty bitty knife, and Poog's quick on his feet for his size.
And this is why I think we should start another talent show. Poog should negotiate. We should get all of the best goblin and goblin lingerie together and put a show. We should feed into the fact that they got lingerie, put a show on for them to give them enough, to give Shaft enough time to come back with the full squad and then launch a full-blown attack together as one.
Well, you know, I like where your head's at, Mog Merch, but instead of a talent show, let's have a callback and do a competition. But the ones that are catered for us. Remember how Chuffy was going through that slide with all the glass and stuff and getting cut up, and he got out there the quickest, right? You remember what yours was? You do a lot of things with bombs and you're small.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, so I think we should have one more of those competitions to stall while Jerkin Shaft goes to try to get Rito. Because again, we need all of them to defeat them.
Is this what the ogres look like?
I just pull up Goblin lingerie. That's what I got, Pat.
Send the green one to my chambers.
I ain't mad at the one on the right. I'm not
Copy that.
I might
Hey,
one foot.
that's the real Princess Fiona.
There you go.
Send that one to my chambers.
That head ain't gonna do too well.
So while you guys have all kind of been in your little goblin huddle and muttering amongst yourselves, we still have these ogres here, and they're still here just like chilling and getting really impatient. So
We didn't feed them?
yeah, well, Poog, they're waiting. They're like, hey, what are you gonna do about this?
Bean is supposed to be out there. Jeez, like when new people come, he comes a running. Like,
Okay.
I say Poog starts the negotiations alone. While me and second in command start the battle plans.
yes.
Okay.
So I will go and do yes. So,
Khleo, what's your character name?
huh? Poog?
Chuffy. Okay.
So, orgs. Orgs. What's the plural for y'all again?
Ogres?
You can just
Ogres.
call us ogres.
Ogres. Okay, ogres. First of all, how did you enjoy the meal from McGoblin slobs?
Well, we actually don't quite palate mud and fish brains as well as the goblins do, so we didn't actually partake in the hors d'oeuvres, but thank you.
Rude. That's rude.
Okay, that wasn't hurtful, but all right. So here's my question. You said you need 600 pounds from us goblins to be satisfied for this so-called revenge of your friend Knob Knocker was his name, I believe.
His name was CockRot.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. If I had ran into someone so vicious like that, I would not have dared forgot his name. Clearly, the reason why I don't remember it now. And you said he had a son, I believe.
Daughter. Her name was Chunk, but I never mentioned her.
No, you said daughter. You said daughter because what really shook me was you said 600 pounds. So I was like, okay, I didn't want to throw nothing off and be disrespectful and say that the orga was 600 pounds because clearly that's not the size that you looking right now. You got the goblin, you got the nice little dress on coming through, all the drapery and stuff like that. You got the nice red hair, like y'all laid back. So I just figured you had combined the weights together and stuff, and that's what you wanted to come up with. But now my question is though, I'm not good at mathematics and whatnot, so you're gonna have to excuse me. But if for some reason the whole Goblin City was not enough to equate to that 600, like, does those transfer over to the next Goblin City, or like what happens?
Well, good question. I'm not surprised that someone of your height can't use a calculator, but well, it looks like you have, what, about 60 to 70 goblins in this village? That, and I'm assuming I Googled you, and I'm assuming you're all about average 40 pounds. Well, that's actually well over 3,000 pounds. So, Poog, not to insult your intelligence, but there's clearly more than enough goblins here.
Oh, so there's 3,000 pounds of goblins. So, so what you're saying is if we just are able to produce 600 of them.
Well, while you think about that, actually, we are now going to visit Jerkin Shaft. And Jerkin Shaft, why don't you just go ahead and let us know where you are and what are you doing? What are you up to?
I am still hunting for Rito. I feel like
It was like the news would take Jerkin Shaft.
That's exactly
Yeah,
I feel like he is really into the 90-day Goblin fiance, and he has just been hiding in the house or something. So I'm like really just still trying to find him. But I am focused in getting back to the mission.
Got it. Okay. And Rito,
Home.
Rito, we can't see. What is that? Read this letter.
It's not working with the green screen. This is going the exact opposite of how you planned.
Okay, so
Like trying to watch Cinemax when you don't have it. Like, can you see it? No.
So it looks like Rita is, or I'm sorry, Jerkin Shaft is still on her mission to find Rito, and Rito is, why don't you give us an idea of what Rito's doing right now?
Rito left a letter behind. He's in fact not at the old shaft. So
Interesting.
I left a letter for whoever finds this letter. This is what it says. I'm in Atlanta, Bankhead to be exact. Trying to find traps. Ogres love traps. Pretty girls especially love traps. Uh-oh, gotta go. Bye. P.S. Remember this image.
Still nothing. What is that?
It's a
butthole.
butthole.
It's a butthole.
Yeah.
Has the pants around the ankles and everything. What is wrong with this?
It's even spreading it open for you.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow.
That is escaping.
I'm over Rito just from
I
that.
was about to say that is a large and open asshole.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm like, yo.
Not a very puckered asshole.
Remember this image. It trails with you. You keep hearing. Remember this image. Remember this image.
Well, no, I'm just more curious. Like, is that yours or is that one you've seen? Like,
I had to go.
oh, okay.
All right, so apparently Rito left behind an encryptic note, and maybe he's in Atlanta. I don't know, but you know what, Rita? At this point, you read the letter. Now, what's your course of action from here?
Oh.
Well, Jerkin Shaft is ready to get back to the mission and let everyone know that we have to do this without Rito. He is irresponsible, inconsistent, and on top of that, he deserved to be exiled to begin with. Okay.
You saw who came back and who didn't.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Forget
him. We don't need him. And you know what? He was small anyway. He couldn't help us regardless.
Dang.
Oh.
Okay.
Clearly.
Oh, straight.
Clearly come back.
Know about
All
it.
right. So Rita then is, I'm sorry, Jerkin Shaft is, I'm going to write that down. Jerkin Shaft is now heading back to the village.
That's what he left. That's the picture that he left when he walked away.
It's a balloon knot. It's a balloon knot. That's fun.
Boy.
It's a balloon knot.
Hey, balloon knots look like assholes. I never really
Creative.
hided them.
That's a good thing. It really changes birthday parties around.
It does it, right?
He was blowing one up.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and
Give
take
me the brown balloon.
Shot time.
Shot time.
I want the brown balloon.
The fact that image is burned in my head,
I hate
have
it.
no respect for him. No.
Well, from this perspective, everyone's face down.
Okay.
What?
Or no, back down.
Huh? Explain that.
Don't.
Don't worry about it.
Don't.
Just, I gotta go. I gotta go.
What are you talking about? I can't deal with this nigga today. Okay.
What is happening right now?
We got all the way to a legit illustrated asshole on this game, bro.
That looks very realistic.
You drew that?
Oh no, I thought you meant the balloon knot. Okay. All right.
That's great.
You know, headed to P Valley and trying to make it seem like it's for the greater good.
I don't.
Savage Khadeem, man, in the building.
I don't understand.
Khadeem in Vegas tripping. Yo, get the Jameson bottle away from my brother, bro.
It is drunk. We about
I don't understand why this even exists, but I just, I saw gobble and I thought goblin. I was like, that's close enough. Let me throw it up there.
Keep calm and gobble the balloon knot? I don't know if I've ever gobbled.
We gotta keep going before Khadeem start rolling.
So
Yeah.
Right now in Atlanta, I'm learning a lot about Goblin.
Right? He's doing a lot of Google searches, y'all. This is not going well.
Your search history is probably. All right. So
Make sure to check back in with me.
okay, King Poog. So while you're kind of trying to sweet talk these ogres, you kept beckoning Boylebean, like, where is he? Well, he heard you, and actually, when he overheard the other ogres talking about Papa CockRot, he started jumping up and exclaiming, and all of a sudden, there's Boylebean. Boylebean comes running in because he hears the name of his old farm goblin, thinking he might be there, and he's like, he wants to say what's up. However, unfortunately, the lead ogre sees Boylebean and instantly recognizes him. He's like, oh my god, is that CockRot's beloved farm goblin? Yeah. And CockRot, or Boylebean's jumping up and down like in that dumb way that he does with two eyes going in different directions. He's like, ah, yes, I recognize that face anywhere. How do you explain that?
All right. I didn't want to say anything, ogre, because as goblins, we want to protect our own. But unfortunately, I do know who Papa CockRot is and who his lovely daughter was. And unfortunately, they did meet their demise by a goblin. And here is the culprit right here. Unfortunately, Boylebean, some reason, just kind of snapped and viciously killed them along with a few other of their beasts. Now, again, we found them when we were there. Pharaoh, things were on fire. We just wanted to try to really somewhat debilitate him. Mom, shut up. Finish building the shit. So I ask you, sir, from you knowing this goblin, that you would at least take mercy on him. I am at the mercy of what you wish to do with him, but I would ask that you be merciful, because he did still love Papa CockRot and his daughter, as you could see with him jumping up and being so excited. He knows not what he has done. If the brain didn't fit, you have to acquit. Just gonna go off of that.
Right, well, certainly gives me a lot to think about. Dice God, let's go ahead and roll for charisma, because we are just going to go ahead and see how convincing Poog was. How gullible these ogres are. So, okay.
With the modifier?
All right. So you mean to tell me that Boylebean here, a brain-dead, 2-foot-tall goblin, took out the beloved illustrious Papa CockRot and his meaty daughter Chunk? He took them all out and destroyed the farm all by himself?
Now you have to understand that as you may not know, because you are drifting off into ogre dreams, you often quite sleep very heavy, which gave him the illustrious time to be able to commit the act that he did. Okay, trust me, when we found him there, we didn't know what was happening. And for what it seems like, maybe Papa CockRot had tried to give him a little bit of the fight, because, I'm not sure. That's all I can really say. Just,
That's a compelling story, really.
Yes. I don't work for Goblin CSI. I didn't get the full report and stuff like that. I'm sure y'all did. But they don't tell us goblins anything. We're short. I can't read. I don't write. Don't do none of that type of stuff either.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, you know what? That's a compelling story, and you've really laid out a lot of things that we do need to take into consideration. And it looks like the course of action we are going to take is, and then all of a sudden, he lifts his beautiful fuzzy pink nightie up to expose a huge, hard, dark brown fighting club. And he whips out his club and he's like, and I declare battle, because I know that's bullshit, and I know Boylebean couldn't even hurt a frog. We know because we tried getting him to hunt frogs all the time, and he only ever made friends with them and turned them into his little sex dolls. So,
why did you do that?
And you insulted my intelligence.
Why did you?
For war!
Well,
I'm hearing about all this shit in Atlanta right now.
It's on Twitter.
my liege.
All right. Looks like Chuffy's over here.
Then, and in the words of the great human musical instrumentator and lyricist Sir Nipsey Hussle, gonna jump off without a deep end nigga without a life jacket. If it's war you want, then it's war you shall have. I ask you though, if you are a true warrior, Mr. Ogre, that we begin this battle after the competition and at dawn. What's
So he's so caught up in his
At dawn? You rescheduled the run up?
They're already here. He's already declared war.
they can take camp, nigga. You done seen TV shows where they be like, "Yo, we go war got time." Don't act like war don't have shifts. Don't act like war don't happen from
Pulled
8
that thing out on you. You
No,
can't.
He already
it's
just
war.
banged it on the table. He done knocked over the goblet. It's time for war.
Yeah.
Fuck the king. Yo, you was right, Mog Merch. This nigga tripping. It's time to go to war. Nigga. Let's get this shit cracking. What's happening? Hey, load the cannon. Get your knives. These niggas got us fucked up. Let's roll.
Wait, we already rigged the that other room with the bombs, so we might as well just come to go in there.
At
If
that
I could
point,
just get back, if I could just get back in time
Anarchy.
to deliver this message.
Okay, Brody, you're stupid. Brody, your stupid Atlanta joke. Removed you from that one joke removed you from the whole story.
But wait till I come back. It's gonna be like I said. Remember the ribbon? Remember everything I was saying? Build it. You gotta build it. When you went left, I had to go right to make that right so worthwhile. Y'all know.
That was not worthwhile. You just
No
said
one's
I
gonna
made
remember
that.
any of this shit. They'll remember when Rito comes back though.
Currently in Atlanta, this is what Rito's doing.